Dancing Tim.
Hey everyone, Mr. Devil here, Kenny Danico, 3-time Stanley Cup champion of the New Jersey Devils, and you're listening to the Uncle Puckers New Jersey Devils podcast. Let's go Devils!
Got that right, Dano.
Tim's dancing. That's how happy he is.
I'm all juiced up on fucking Mountain Dew.
Right, I'll come at you like a spider monkey, Chip.
We were talking about dog threesomes, so why not?
Oh, that's true. Boys, how is everybody?
Doing well, happy. I don't think
Pretty
there's much to complain about.
No, there's
Pretty
not.
happy.
I mean, what a fucking game last night. I mean, that was a ton of fun. Oh, excuse me, that just came out of nowhere. Dinner just came back up. So I want to talk a little bit about that game. Well, a lot about that game, and especially our hero, number 17, who has Tim. I just got to ask, how vindicated do you feel right now when you threw that hot take out last week? And how do you feel?
I mean, because I see it, I saw it in him. I mean, he was a second overall pick for a reason. And that's the reason, because he's fucking nasty. And I'm not going to dance on graves or anything, but I'm usually not wrong about things.
It's not really dancing on graves. I mean, you're a humble guy. We could tell.
Clearly. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. You're cool. I quit.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Who's next? What movie is that from?
Was that Half Baked?
No.
That's the movie I was doing.
When I met Martin Luther the King, you did not meet no Martin Luther the King. I did so meet Dr. Martin Luther the King. I was walking down the street in Memphis, Tennessee. I turned the corner, man punched me in the chest. I fell down, looked up, and it was Dr. King. And he said, I'm sorry. I thought you were somebody else.
Post-credits joke in the history of movies. Speaking of
we
that
are already off the rails.
And speaking of that movie, and last night, that boy good. That boy good. That boy
good and terrible. Stephen Engel. It's great that you let's start there, right? He wrote, anybody else despise national broadcasts, always agendas involved, fucking hate it. Dude, so I texted the guys. I had started the game a little bit after. It was like halfway through the first when I started it. So I'm watching it on delay. I didn't know we weren't texting and wasn't sure who was watching. And Steven, this was like 15 minutes into the game, and I text, not sure, something to the effect of, not sure if anybody's watching this right now, but these might be the worst fucking announcers I have ever heard. I mean, just the fact that they spent most of the game sucking Connor Bedard's dick.
Oh, my God, did they ever?
Oh, my God. And then they just didn't even call the game. Like, they were just talking.
I lost my shit when Connor Bedard scored a 5-on-3 power play goal with no goalie in the net, and they were proclaiming
he was in the fucking neutral zone doing fucking triple Lutzes.
Amazing shot. They were so excited for how precise he was with that shot when there's no goalie in the net. And
you put it past Jonas Siegenthaler, who is
I can get that
not a goaltender.
You should from a few feet closer. With a bigger stick.
So towards the end of the game, they were kind of equally stroking Jack, but the whole 3/4 of the game was all Bedard. So
So I missed the first because I had my own game, got back. By the way, my game started at the same time. Took me 20 minutes to drive there, 20 minutes jet back. I showered, had a couple beers in the locker room. And I got back, and it was the middle of the second. I was like, "How is it still?"
We actually
only the middle of
started
the
20
second?
minutes late because
I
of
was
the Ranger game.
I was expecting to get home and watch the entire game on replay. I was like, "All right, well, I guess not." Fuck TNT. The funny thing is about national announcers is yes, they always have an agenda, and it's going to be Bedard versus Hughes, and Bedard, is higher up in the scoring ranking, so they're going to stroke him off. But we're also always just so used to the homerism announcers of Daniel LaGreca. So when they talk about other players and good players in other teams more than our guys, we clutch our pearls. So I'm not going to get all that fucking bent out of shape about it. What did piss me off a little bit is, and this is the part that I saw, is the second intermission. We had just scored to tie it up. It was a great play by Nemec. We kicked the shit out of them that entire period. And they spent the entire second period talking about Connor Bedard, or the second intermission talking about Connor Bedard. I was like, come on. Like,
That's it.
there are two teams playing here. Eventually, when Jack was putting his nuts on fucking Connor Bedard's forehead, they're finally like, all right, yeah, maybe this guy's pretty good.
Once again, like we've seen so many times this year, whether it's McDavid, it's Draisaitl, it's Kaprizov, it's the fucking other guy, other big Russian guy. I can't think of their names. The guy from, oh my God, Kucherov, him. No matter who we have played, every time we're up against one of those teams. Last night, Connor Bedard, Jack Hughes, again, the best player on the ice, hands down. I mean, he just decided into that second period, I'm just going to take shit over. And nobody can even come close to him. And when we absolutely dominated that game, without Spencer Knight, there's 7 goals up for the Devils. And I think that's being like a conservative 7. I mean, Spencer Knight played great.
Spencer Knight better be getting some consideration for Team USA in the Olympics.
Is he American?
Yeah.
He
was on like Jack's U.S. development team, I think a couple years at BC. Yeah, he's definitely American.
I'm not sure, Bobby, you probably remember this was before Tim joined us, but when we were going through our goaltending woes before Markstrom and Allen came here, like he was a guy I actually pounded the table for. I was like, if we can get him out of Florida, like maybe that can be the young guy that we need. And man, he really did show that he is a national.
Yeah, you were thinking low cost, high return on that one,
Yeah, and that's exactly what Chicago has. Chicago is poised. They are ready in the next 3 to 4 years. They're going to be right there. But we just skated them into the ground. I do want to talk about some of the bad from the game. Now, Bobby, you saw the first period.
I saw the first period, and then I watched the rest of today. Yeah.
All right, so let's go to what caused the 5-on-3. All right, Brendan Dillon puts that hit on. I don't even know who he hit.
He got fined today. He got fined today for that.
Yeah, $5,000.
That was the fucking Bertuzzi.
That's right. It was Todd Bertuzzi, his nephew, Tyler Bertuzzi. I was getting them mixed up. So that was a stupid fucking hit. It was a dumbass penalty. Puts this team down 5-on-3. I'm thinking this is going to be a long night. And then that goal. Somebody explain to me why Markstrom on a 5-on-3 felt the need to jump 5 feet in front of the crease to try a poke check, and he ends up twirling like a ballerina, and Connor Bedard has an empty net. Like, what happened there? What are your thoughts?
Jesus Christ, I don't know. I just got caught up in the moment, right? Just big poke check worked for him the last game. Maybe he just figured it'd be a big turning point moment if he can do that again. Maybe get it out of the zone, and just fell on his face for that one. But that happens. I mean, I'd rather have him do something aggressive and get beat like that than just
not on a
then again on a 5-on-3. You got to know the situation. You got to be a little more stationary in there.
Yeah, like I appreciate a goalie that comes out to like cut off angles, but like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Like the replay on that, like he's at the hash marks. Yeah. Like where are you going? Like he dove off the diving board and was like, woo.
I rewound it 3 times because I was like, did somebody take his skates out? Was there, maybe I thought maybe one of our defenders accidentally tripped him up. What at first, like, what the fuck's he doing out there? Just spinning around, breakdancing at the hash marks, like you said. And nobody touched him. He went for that stupid ass poke check that he wasn't even close to. Like, that was just a bonehead play.
It's just and the situational awareness when you're down to a 5-on-3, like they can pass around you pretty easily. Like you want to come out and cut off an angle when your defensemen and your other players are able to cover the other guys. They can't get a pass through. Like they're getting a pass through there, pal. Fucking, I don't know, man. Like I just hope our hopes don't go fucking down the drain with this fucking guy doing stupid shit like that. Then he goes back and kind of semi-redeems himself with it playing overtime. It's just like, can you not be a fucking roller coaster, dude, and just stop the puck?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
My comment, again, situational awareness where I landed with it. But again, the last game or two, he's been showing a little bit more of that athleticism in goal. and it's been working. He's made some really key saves again. I think he just got in over his head on that one and just went overly aggressive. I think that he's been playing pretty well. We're always going to have, those magnificent saves and those softies that go in with him. But as long as he stays mostly consistent, I'm not worried about him for this year. I'm not worried about this team for this year. I mean, I was sitting here today and I was thinking, like, we still haven't had more than, 2 periods of our actual team at any one time, right? First game. You think about some of the key injuries that we've already had and overcome or are still dealing with. And you think about some key players that are definitely playing beneath their potential right now. Doesn't mean they're bad. It just means, like, right now they're not contributing in the full way they should. We're not getting the Siegenthaler we're used to. We're really not getting the Luke we expected, that's for sure. Heischer's run a little dry. We've got some key players not doing some key things and some key guys out. And we sit second in the league in points, and the team in front of us has 2 less wins. Like, this is pretty incredible stuff, man.
Look, they're a solid-ass team. I mean, there's really no way. The games that they lose or have lost this year, they've been more on their own mistakes. Maybe you could take the Colorado game that they just got skated into the ground, the second one. But every other game was them just with half-ass efforts, give shit-o-meter at 50%, and they got smoked. But when they play a tight, connected game, I love what Colton White and Chowalski are doing right now. Just that those stopgap dudes, they're not making mistakes. They're being very smart defensively with the puck, and I think it's really helping. Now, you mentioned Luke. Tim, what are your thoughts right now on Luke and his play? Because Sheldon Keefe was absolutely raving about him after this game and barely even mentioned Nemo, went on about this being one of Luke's best games.
Yeah, because it was like 90% of what
I'm curious what your thoughts on it.
And like a lot of people are losing sight of the forest for the trees. Like 90% of what Luke does is good. He just has that 3% dipshit still in his game that he's fucking got to get rid of. Like it's the same spin around backhand blind pass that led to the second goal. I get it. You probably can't get dog walked by a guy named fucking Sam Lafferty for his first goal. I get it. But he's playing 30 minutes a night for a reason. Like maybe Keefe is fucking jumping on a grenade a little bit or playing a little cover to like protect Luke. But he's never been afraid to throw anybody under the bus. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know, like, what's going on. But, like, I'm going to take him at his word for it. I think Luke is definitely most of his game has been good, if not great. There are those fucking idiot plays that he has. And those are the ones that stand out. And that's where the crowd swell of, like, Luke sucks. He's dog shit. People don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You don't know what not you guys.
No, I know.
People that say
I have no clue, but I want to follow it up anyway.
What the fuck they're talking about, because you have to look at his entire game, which is generally very good.
Right. And what I was kind of specifically speaking to is that, yeah, I know he's got 9 assists and that part looks good. There's an offensive element to his game that we all have to agree at $9 million. I just kind of thought he would have had a little more of a clutch gene or two here or there. That's all. I'm not saying he's got to have 10 goals by now or anything, but, it just seems like he's a little quiet in that area.
I think he's pressing for a goal. Like, he missed that wide open one-timer from Jack that was just fucking beautiful when he was sitting right on the right side of the goal. Like, I just think he's pressing, and that shit happens, man. Goals are going to fucking come for this kid. Like, I am not worried about him at all. And there's a reason. Again, we are the second best team in the league with him playing 30 minutes a night. I will defend him to the grave.
My overriding theme is that we're not, sparking on all cylinders yet with some people, and we're still where we are. Almost each player has another level short of, like, I don't think Mercer can actually get better than what he's playing right now. So he'll probably have a dip. Jack, he's just Jack. You know what I mean? But there's a lot of guys that haven't really fully hit their stride yet this year. And they're all gonna at some point. Some are gonna do it together. Some are gonna ebb and flow at different times. And that's just got me just so extremely positive for the season.
I'm with you guys. And I love Luke. I have no issues with him, but I do think his age, being so young, there is that immaturity level that I think affects him. When he misses a chance, like you were just talking about, Tim, it gets in his head. He's not able yet to kind of just flush it and move on. And then I think he starts pressing harder for the offense. The defensive game, like you said, he's going to make some mistakes. The last 2 games, they ended up in the back of the net, but it doesn't matter. We got 3 points out of 4. I'm not going to bitch about it. But I think he gets a little bit too in his head. He's got to just kind of, I think, just control his emotions a little bit and let things kind of come to him.
Yeah. And look, if he's still doing this shit, like by the end of the season, next season, the season after,
right,
then yeah, I'll be like, all right, enough with the fucking Severson Act guy. Like, you're not playing like a $9 million defenseman. Like, he's also, like I said, he's playing almost 30 minutes a night as a 22-year-old playing all situations, and he is in over his skis. Like, this is definitely a much bigger role than he was supposed to have, and on his offside, and he's played with multiple different guys. It's going to come.
Thing is so huge. It really is. I mean, you know how many sheetrock walls I punched in my 20s? I don't punch any of them now. Just think of how much growing I have to do. Like,
I agree.
Good growth, Bob.
No, he's 100% right though. I'm not the person I was 25 years ago. Like, not even close. Bobby. What?
Who?
What'd you say?
Tim or me?
It's just annoying. I just find it annoying when people cling to these small things and turn that into this broader. He sucks. He's bullshit. He should go to the AHL. People literally saying, like, if his last name wasn't Hughes, if he was Luke Smith, he wouldn't be here. It's like, shut the fuck up.
Absolutely ridiculous. Yes.
Now, Stephen Engel brought something up here about, I thought yesterday's game, their sticks, those are the most active sticks that I have seen these guys play. Like, they were contesting everything that Chicago did in every way. I mean, they literally, this is one of the hotter teams in the league, right? 3 or 4 win streak. Bedard was on a fucking, like, a 3 or 4 game goal heater. Like, this is a good team, second, I think, in their division right now. And I mean, after the first, it was over. Like, we just shut them down. That is the type of play. And exactly what you said, Bobby, there's so much better that this team can get. Let's imagine this team when Hamilton's back and Pesci's back and Kovacevic is back. And, well, I don't know what the hell we're going to do at that point. But again, Glass, Dumoulin. I mean, we haven't even seen, not Dumoulin, the Downhill.
You're not going to see Dumoulin. Yeah.
No, not going to work here anymore. They just, I was just so impressed with everything. I mean, just the way we played, and then Spencer Knight. I mean, it was just fun to watch this dude. I hated that it was against us, but what a fucking goaltender, man! This kid is good.
Yeah, he's great.
Really good goaltender.
It's nice because he went through the player assistance program. Kind of was potentially looking like his career might be done. Not sure what's happening. It was nice to see him kind of get back on the horse and get his shit back together. But he was one of the most well-touted prospects, coming out of college when he got drafted. So it's just good to see. Yeah. I liked that Blackhawks team and some of the talent they have and some of the people that they have, and I think they're going to be good in a couple of years. But we absolutely fucking just belt the ass last night on them. Like, have you seen some of like Hughes, Gritzik, and Mercer? Unfortunately, we got to see what happened to Cody Glass, because I think that may move Mercer back down to 3C. We can't do the Juho Lamico 3C experiment again.
Somebody just wrote that I think McEwen was put on IR.
McEwen's IR.
And then they brought up Laguerre.
Laguerre.
But
Laguerre. Jack is 34 shot attempts for, 6 against. 14 shots for, 2 against. Gritzik, 12 shots for, 5 against. Mercer, 11 shots for, 4 against. Insane fucking numbers.
That is insane.
Insane. Like, once these start going in, Jack is on the precipice of having absolutely nuclear production type of game. And he was all over the place. I mean, he had a couple of assists tonight, right? Or last night?
Last night, yeah. He assisted on Mercer's and he assisted on Nemec's second goal.
That pass to Mercer and then the pass to Nosen that went to Nemec. Like, he's so fucking good, man. Like,
thought Nason was going to fucking plaster him into the friggin' ice, man. He fucking like Feds pressed him into the friggin' ice, and he scored.
And
that
you're like,
goal.
no.
Like, no,
The audio picked that up good too,
Yeah.
man. You heard him screaming.
All right, let me just do our quick little get this out of the way, and let's give a little shout out to our hockey podcast sponsor. Also, I want to say thank you to Jeff and his daughter. Jeff is a listener of ours, and he has shot us some emails and stuff. And his daughter is teaching English in Thailand right now, and she listens to the show, and she's a big Devil fan. So I want to give her a shout out and thank you for listening. And
should you get a sticker, or that'd be hilarious?
I sent stickers to her father, a couple, so maybe he'll give her one.
Yeah.
So
We had a Singapore on today. Is it Singapore by any chance?
It might be, right?
Maybe.
Singapore's in Singapore, Thailand.
That's just my VPN to watch the dog threesomes.
All right, boys and girls, hockey is back, and this season, DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL, brings you all the speed, skill, and nonstop action you love. DraftKings Sportsbook delivers the unmatched intensity of the NHL right to your fingertips. From player props to the thrill of live in-game betting, every drop of the puck is your shot to win big. New customers, this is for you. Bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you get paid $300 in bonus bets instantly. Light the lamp all season long with DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code THPN. That's code THPN to turn $5 into $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly on behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort. Pass-through a per-wager tax may apply in Illinois. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets, which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, visit dkng.co. That's DraftKings Sportsbook with code THPN. The crown is yours.
So
Good read. Good job, buddy.
Just for clarification, Singapore is its own country, so no,
so.
definitely not in
Yes,
Thailand.
it is.
So,
It is
my
not.
11-year-old would kick my ass if he heard
It's
me make
not
that
the same
mistake.
thing.
It's not at all.
Is he a geography guy?
He's great. The geography teacher's like, he knew from the start this is my ace kid right here. He's actually sick today. And he came home from school sick, and he said, I think I might go puke and all that, which he did. And then before that happened, he's like, I can't miss school tomorrow. I got a geography quiz. Now, normally he would take any chance to miss school, but
Right.
geography quiz was like, dude,
That's awesome.
Jam. Yeah. Also
Can you
missed
guys-
practice tonight, though. That's not so awesome.
Can you guys name
So
all
that-
the-
My boy's sick. He could take the night off.
Too bad we have phones that made geography totally unimportant.
That's true. Can you guys
I'm mad.
name the
just
state
kidding.
capitals?
Can I?
Yeah, any of them. Can you name all the state capitals?
Most of them.
Probably. I don't know. Throw out a state.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Montana.
Billings?
I thought it was
Yeah.
Helena.
I think you might be right.
Hey, we're not going to play this.
But yeah, let's
No,
let's
you're
move on
right.
from
We're
this.
right. We're not going to do this.
Let's
go
see
to
how
that game.
stupid we really are.
Well, I just got to check the capital of Montana. Of Montana
I
is
think you're right
Helena.
with
That was right.
It is Helena.
Okay.
You knew
All
that.
right,
You
we're not
cheated.
gonna
Fuck
do that.
you. I don't like
I
that
just looked after. I didn't cheat. So let's talk about two other players that I do want to talk about tonight. Brendan Dillon. Like, this dude has just been such a fucking stud back there. I mean, just that calming Dillon. This is the guy we thought we were getting last year, but just bringing the physicality, everything. Like, what are you guys' thoughts on Dillon, his game so far?
So I've always loved Dillon. The idea of Dillon, like what he brought on paper, was exactly what I thought. Like, that element of defense was what we need. And I think for the most part, he does it right. And then when he does, it's really hard not to really like the dude. Because the way he plays is pretty fun to watch. Yeah, a couple of bonehead plays, but obviously the mantra yesterday was, to get a little physical with Bedard, and he led the charge on that, and yeah, he's the type of defender that if you've got the right kind of mix on defense, every team should have.
Were you,
You know,
guys
and-
thinking about this yesterday, real quick, before you go into it? So Stephen Angle, right? Dylan has to stop hitting Bedard next time we played on someone who's going to start hitting Jack. I was thinking about that. They're
They're going to be able to catch Jack first.
Somebody's they catch him, they're going to hit him. But
like
what do you?
like Dylan murdered Bedard like just inside the blue line because Bedard was admiring his pass. Like
Yeah, yes,
and he got right back up. Look, Dylan. My issue with Dylan last year was that he was playing on that physical edge, taking too many penalties, and playing badly. Now he's actually playing well. He's playing like still on that physical edge, and we need that element. Like we need him. I do not mind him taking that run at Bertuzzi. It's like go fuck yourself. I do not mind him fucking pounding that little midget Bedard into the ground. Good. Fuck that kid.
Dude's lucky
like
it was just a boarding call, though.
Like I said last show, he's been my season MVP so far.
Bobby, who's your season MVP so far? You weren't here for the last show. Tony took Jake Allen. I took Dawson Mercer, and Tim went with Brendan Dillon. So up 17 games in, who is your Devil MVP?
I mean, it's hard not to see Mercer in that. That's the first name that came to me. I mean, then you could probably make arguments for all of them, but he's just having such a standout year and kind of that extra production for him. I would probably give it to him. I'll go with you. So we win 2 votes to 1-1.
It's Mercer.
I got to win something, Tim. I'm tired, man.
It's all right.
And you
it's
have a lot of hair.
That's true. He does. He does a lot.
I know
of
it's getting a little too shaggy.
What a problem to have.
I know, right?
Oh, haircuts are so expensive these days.
Yeah.
No, it's razors are expensive. I'll say that. Yeah, exactly.
Dude, I know.
Like,
actually, I had
back.
to get new razors, and like I was like, "What the fuck?"
Dude,
Like
it's
I
crazy
haven't
expensive.
bought a new razor in a while, just to get the, because I do the beard over the double chin, so like
Right,
looks like
right. You make it look.
if I were to shave this, you'd be like, "Oh my
sculptor.
god, his lip goes straight to his neck." Weird.
No. It's like, speaking of big lips, let's talk about our hero of last night, Simone Nemec. Come on, you ever see his lips? He looks like a fucking
See a big
ducky.
lips?
Yeah.
I'm kind of trying to visualize.
Yeah, he's got big lips like mush mouth. And he did have a great line. Did you guys hear the TNT interview with him afterwards? Oh, you didn't hear that, Bobby? No. They asked him about like, hey, so what'd you think? I'm paraphrasing, but what'd you think of that pass from your goaltender, right? And he's like, yeah, the shot was pretty good too. Like I loved it. Like he just
humble. That's great.
Good. Very humble. But dude, this kid who, like, Tim, a week ago, I'm going to throw a hot take out there. Simone Nemec is our best offensive defenseman. And we kind of, I think it was even right before Hamilton was hurt. So it's like he still had Luke and Dougie in there. And holy shit, this guy has been on a fucking tear. I mean,
like Michael Burry.
The youngest defenseman in NHL history to score a hat trick and an overtime game winner. Yep. That's pretty impressive. Only the third Devils defenseman to ever score a hat trick.
My question was if we had even ever done it. And then with that, they on NHL Tonight, they showed the clip of the 2 Devils that had done it. And I'd just like to say they made up those names because I've never heard of those Devils.
How shocked were you? That
Uli Hyman, RIP to the Uli Hyman trivia question.
How is it not Niedermeyer or Rafalski or even Stevens or some of these dudes that we had that were just really great offensive, can score goals?
Steven, he was a scorer earlier.
Yeah, shows you how hard it is to score goals as a defenseman.
Yeah, I mean, especially in New Jersey.
Combo about Luke.
So Tim's little hot take there on Nemec is interesting because there was a point, I'm guessing last year, that I know I said it, and I'm probably each of us had said it at one point, where I was like, are we looking at the best defenseman on the Devils and the best, and like in reference to kind of where Luke's path was already going. And then, then before you know it, like a year goes by, like, no, Luke's the best. It was always that if you had to get rid of one, right? Remember that? Mm-hmm. It was always like, what would we do? Kind of unanimously, it was like we would keep Luke, but then you get these blips of what Nemec can do. And you're like, Jesus Christ, man. Now the problem is that this dude's going to, need to get paid at some time too.
That's fine. And this is the paradigm that we talked about with the right side. And if he keeps playing like this, I am so fine now to get rid of Dougie Hamilton if this keeps up. but
Right.
we're only 20 games into the season, roughly,
Yes.
right? I
He
think
can be inconsistent too, at least from the standpoint of like, really showing what he's capable of and then seeming to disappear for a little
Bob,
while.
you're a corporate PowerPoint dork like me. Like, you put a trend line through something, that trend line's going up. They may be kind of going like that, but that trend line is fucking going
Sure.
like that.
No
And,
doubt.
and that's what I've always seen with him. I have not sold a penny of my Nemec stock that I bought 3 years ago. Not a penny.
Well,
You guys got out last year, you fucking dorks.
I was not a fan of his last year. Steven, it's a Wawa Cup. It's not Starbucks. But anyway, that doesn't matter. But I did not like him last year. I didn't like his play. I thought that he was just, a bit of a fucking baby in a lot of ways. I was very hard on him. I was hard on the whole team last year after the shit show that was the second half. So, I mean, this year, though, it's a different player. Like now that he has his confidence, and I think he, and they talked about this, I thought, and I don't like the TNT guys, but after the game, they did a really good job with like breaking down, like, we're too quick. And it's like this in any sport, but we are too quick to call guys busts or move off of guys and not realizing that a dude comes over here at 18, 19, 20 years old from North America, where they live in a small town with their mom and dad. Now they're in New York or LA or Boston or New Jersey or some other big city. They're by themselves. They're learning a new game. They're learning a new culture, a new language, and all the other obstacles that go along with it. And we don't think about that stuff. We look at it, and we wear everything on our sleeves and we just see what we see and we bitch about it or celebrate it. But when you see these guys like Nemec, like having the patience that we had with him, and there was a report that just came out today that this summer, the Islanders were super interested in Nemec, and there was a lot of talk with Bits about moving him to the island. No idea what we possibly could have gotten in return.
Probably Peugeot.
Which, Glass is out. That might not be such a bad guy to go after.
Yeah, but if it costs Nemec, that's a fucking non-starter.
No. I wouldn't do that ever. Now, I think Nemec has completely solidified his spot. Like exactly what you just said. If there was any thought, Tim, of we might have to trade a Hamilton or a Nemec, or if right now, I think that management is really hoping Hamilton gets healthy so they can move off of him. Because I'm with you. If Nemec plays this way, you got to get rid of Hamilton if you're looking to make a move. And he's the guy. He's now the expendable guy, in my opinion. I agree with that
too. And everything you just said about that and being a young kid and coming like that's exactly. He's a young kid, dude. Like we thought this before. Like what the hell were you doing when you were 21, 22 years old? And it just takes them a little bit while to mature. You hope that once they hit it, like they hit it. For me, it's kind of recency bias, though. For me, like in comparison to this year, the way he ended last year. It's like, okay, there's the guy I want to see. I just expected that, okay, now that whatever was past that is gone, and he's going to start this year kind of on that level. That didn't really happen, but, lesser inconsistent minutes earlier in the season. But, yeah, I never gave up on him either. I think that there's a reason he went number 2 in the draft. I think he's going to be a stud on our blue line for a long time with Luke. And like you said, good problem to have. You're gonna keep the younger, cheaper asset who will be arguably better by the time.
And we've talked about like how unfortunately there is a bit of a timeline on this. We can't just let him develop. His ELC is over at the end of this year. He's offer sheet eligible, and I don't think he has arbitration rights. I'm not entirely sure. So he's an RFA after this year. So he is going to need a new deal for next year. That Slovakian reporter that was the one that was reporting about like all the dust ups or whatever his comments were, said he expects it to be somewhere between 7 to 9. And honestly, like I hope that the succession plan that Fitz has in mind is move Dougie and let Nemec finally kind of become that role, and then that Dougie money becomes Nemec's money for the most part. That's what I hope is the succession plan.
Then you get Silyav in, and you can move off of your Dylans or Pesci's in a couple of years, and you can have your defense. Yes. I mean, your Silyav, Nemec, Hughes. Like, I don't even care who they're paired up with. That's going to be.
Yeah,
serious.
we might bring in another who's another Pesci-ish type of player. Dylan's contract will probably be up when Salayev comes up.
Right.
I don't know how many years Siegenthaler has left, but he's still kind of young, so he may be a good guy to re-up.
So when
Siegenthaler's in 3 of 5. He's got 2 years after this.
When would Nemec be eligible for an extension?
I think he is.
That's
I'm not.
the RFA.
That's a good question, actually. I don't know if there's specific dates with RFAs. I don't know.
You think you gotta wait till July or something? You mean?
Someone tell us. No, you don't need to wait till July because then he'll be offer sheet eligible at that point. But I think they can agree to a contract starting maybe January 1st. I actually have no idea.
All right, so if they can get an extension done before the end of this year for the kid, I think, and I mean, is 7 by 7 or 7 by 8 that crazy? I don't think so.
Gotta throw well, hold on. We really, it's okay. So I'm the only one who thinks that's a little bit nuts. Like I get it, I get it. Still, right? We've seen this kind of long-term plan and pay a little bit more now, and it's worth a little less later. But really, I mean, you honestly agree this is a $9 million player.
Oh, I said 7 to 8. I mean, I think that's probably where it's at. But I mean, if you get into January and he's out playing Luke like he, offensively and doing everything defensively you want, how can you lowball this kid at a $5.5 or $6 million contract if you're paying Luke Hughes $9 million a year?
I will say he is outplaying Luke. Don't get me wrong about Luke. I think there are still some serious problems in his game, but I just think people need to fucking relax on saying he's the worst.
Yeah,
fucking
it's
player
just
ever.
Hughes hate. I just think
it's just dumb. I was trying to look something up though. I think.
So what would you pay him, Bob?
Yeah, go.
Maybe I'm just. I think it's just kind of my bias from where I'm just a bigger fan of that bridge contract. I need to get over it if this is where the NHL is going now. I don't think he's earned that yet. I didn't think that Luke had earned $9 million a year yet either.
You did say that.
It just doesn't sit right. It's just a little bit of that you got to kind of earn it a little more to me. I know you're paying for, prospective future and all that, but it just seems a little steep. I'll get over it probably this season, but I just really think that the bridge thing made more sense for these kids in this mid-career where they're not giving you that production value yet for that money. And then you're hoping they will down the line. It's just tough for me to swallow. That's all.
Okay. So guess what defenseman is second in the entire NHL in even strength points?
Simone Nemec?
Yes. Good job. That was not a trick question. Behind Kyle McCarr. It's Kyle McCarr, Nemec, Morrissey, and who was the other one? Morrissey and Morgan Riley. Adam Fox has 11. Lane Hudson has 11. Heiskin is 9. Actually, let me do this. Let me certify those.
I mean, but this is also a very good problem to have. I mean, you can now move off of Dougie Hamilton if you so desire, and you're going to be okay. We don't have to worry about that right now because we have these dudes that are, Hamilton's not in the lineup, and Nemec has stepped in and played fantastic. All the defensive guys are, and we're talking about another guy like Pesci or someone down the road. Maybe we have that in Colton White, and maybe he can grow into somebody like that. I've loved what he's done, just being so simple and smart and not making fucking mistakes. That's all I ask out of our third defenseman.
Our decor is prospect wise and current roster wise is probably covered for a decade.
Yeah.
The most part in terms of who we have. We may need to bring in one piece here or there, depending on how shit shakes out.
Depending on the year. Yeah.
Yeah. If Salayev doesn't kind of work out, he's not putting up any points and getting buried minutes wise in the KHL, but I am not concerned about the decor at all. They just need to stay healthy. Losing all these guys over and over again is getting a little tiring. McEwen, I love the way this guy plays, but man, I don't know if it's luck. I missed the hit on him. I saw people saying it was dirty.
No, it wasn't dirty. I mean, he kind of turned into, if I remember it correctly, he kind of showing his numbers a little bit right at the end, and it just got him square between the shoulder blades, and he went into the boards. I mean, it was a hard hit, but it's not like Zach McEwen's a small guy. I didn't think he was going to be banged up from it. I really didn't, and apparently something you really jarred something loose there, Tiger. So
Man,
there's another guy.
Props.
I got another contract to talk
There is
about.
another. Oh, I know.
There's another. You know who I'm going with?
Yes, I do.
Who am I going with?
This person had an incredible play in overtime where he tracked someone down single-handedly, stripped the puck, got it back for us. That started the whole sequence that led to our goal.
Now, he is not eligible for a contract extension until after this season. We
Correct.
cannot extend him because he's just on the 1-year deal. So now,
but we only have to pay him in rubles, so I think it's okay.
well, that's the thing.
Yes.
How many rubles do you pay Arseny Gritsuk? If Arseny Gritsuk just continues this great pace that he's on, I mean, he has been a fantastic player. Like, that's the dude that you watch and you're like, we needed this guy last year. These are the guys we needed. We needed Mercer. If Mercer played last year like he did this year, and we had Gritsuk on last year's team, we're a different team in the playoffs. I love this kid. I love him. I want him a Devil for a long time. But what do you pay him for his first contract in the NHL off of his ELC?
It's a tricky negotiation, right?
Because
So-
like
Go ahead,
personally,
Okay, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, he is. I'm already sold on him. This is a low level star in the NHL in the making. He will be. Like, I'm not talking top tier. I'm talking star caliber on like kind of that lower tier of it. But again, stop me if you've heard this thing about bridge contracts, but I would think that, like, depending on how the year goes, because it is still early, he seems to me to slot into like that kind of $4 million range.
Okay, so my thing was, and to tell me if you guys think I'm crazy for Gritsuk, like 4 by 3.5 is where I was at. Like, is that too low?
I think a little low.
You think
So-
that 3.5 is a little low?
So here's my logic is generally in the old cap environment before it started going to start jumping, the barometer I used was about $1 million per 10 points, right?
Right. Yep.
He's at an almost half a point a game pace, so that puts him at about 40 points.
About 4 million.
So that would be $4 million, like
Right, so
as
4
a
by 4.
baseline. So no, I'm thinking more like 5 million. So like 3 by 5. 3 by 5, 4 by 5. I think the number would have a 5.
Yeah. David chimes 3464
Yeah.
says 3 by 5. Yeah, that's basically okay. I mean, I was lower than that only because it's like what you just said, Bob. Like, he's not, again, he's a great player, but you're dipping your toes in the water here. Let's get you 3 or 4 years, and we'll see where we go from there.
Yeah. If I got to go 5 with him, though, if I'm management, then I'm going 4 years.
Yeah.
That would be my.
Yeah, it's
trade-off
also
to
it's
go
like
5.
what does he want? Because he's not 21, he's 24. So it's like,
Right.
where does that put him in his career trajectory? Does he want another 3 years and then a mega deal after that? Like,
Right.
That's also another thing. Fitz is no stranger to handing out massive fucking deals. So he could just, he does seem like a 3-4 year-ish type of player, a good middle six. Maybe he'll top out at 60, maybe hit 70 points at one point.
He's going to be the guy and he leaves in 5 years and he goes somewhere else. And we have like, well, he won his 2 cups in New Jersey, and we will just be like Tampa and then never win again. And we just lose guys like that.
Wouldn't that be a little fun? How are you?
I just win us a cup. That's it. I mean, you can't lock him up now, David. Unfortunately, you have to wait until the next year. Oh, he says lock him up now at 8 by 8, ball screaming before. Yeah, exactly. I think that you got to sign this guy, though. I mean, can he be offer sheeted? Is he eligible or not?
No, he's out of that. He's pure UFA.
So Nemec is the
think,
only one we really have to worry about getting offer sheeted.
Yeah, but I think he can get extended before that even becomes a thing.
Right.
Yeah, I'm almost positive on that. Yeah, Yeah, but like he's just he passes every test, and like just the way that Jack and Mercer played together last night, that line was fucking electric.
Yeah, it
You know,
was.
and,
Excited
that's
when I saw that come down.
yeah, and I think Nico looked a little better. He still looks like something's kind of bothering him a little bit, but he definitely looked better with Brat on his wing. And Brat kind of always has been that key master that kind of can unlock guys or kind of help prop guys up.
I think Heischer's early whiff on that shot really got him going the rest of the game, man. I think he just really twisted himself and trying to atone for that.
I agree. And
when you're coming out of it, sometimes it takes a lot, right?
I know. But Brat definitely brings that element to that line that they needed. He's able to get that open space and create some stuff that, Timo Meyer is good at, but Timo Meyer plays a completely different game.
It's what always amazes me about Brat is that whoever he's with, like, we'll have these long periods of time where it's like, Jack and Brat together is just magic. I can't believe that. It's like they've never been anywhere else. And then you'll have these half a year where he's with Hischier and it's like, doesn't miss a beat. You're like, oh God, Hischier and Brat. It's like wherever Brat goes, elevates other people. It's really
and that's an important skill is being able to play with anybody, and complement that person and make them better, or be the main line driver. So there's the video of just kind of going down the lines a little bit. There's Sheldon's post-game video.
Mm-hmm.
Cody Glass was sitting in the back of it. No sling, no nothing on his arm, which I think kind of bodes a little bit well because McEwen was the one put on IR and Glass, nothing about him.
Question about Glass. Did he take a shift after the first period? Because I know when he got hurt and he left and then he came back to the bench, but did he take a shift and then just decided he couldn't go? Or did he just not even take another shift and just sat on the bench? I'm asking.
I don't know if he took another shift.
I was just curious, like if he took a shift after that injury and realized, fuck, I can't go. So
we have ways to figure that out. Hang on one second. Cody Glass. Where is that? So it looks like he did take 2 shifts in the second.
Okay. So
they were not very long shifts.
Yeah. I mean, I love Cody Glass. I like his play.
A guy named Glass on this team.
That's right. Yes, yes, he is.
Bad omen, man.
I just it's like you can't keep getting hurt if your last name is Glass. Like
right.
that's just, you can't do that. I don't know. Like he's a great 3C and Langston's our lineup, but like if this guy's going to be popping in and out of the lineup, go get me Ryan O'Reilly right now. I don't want to go anywhere near Braden Shen. Like that guy, he's old, he's washed, he sucks. No, thank you. Ryan O'Reilly's the guy.
You guys remember when Tomas Nosek was on this team?
Indeed.
I kind of feel like that's going to be like Zach McEwen. Like the 1 year, injured the whole time, barely played. And we're like, oh, yeah, that's right. He did play with us like a couple years down the road. Like, I like this guy. I want to see him play.
When Nosek was...
Like, right, exactly.
Bring that shit up, dude.
Yeah.
When Nosek was that one game, he was finally healthy at the end of the season. We were like, oh, this guy's not that bad. And then he was gone. We were like, all right, well, fuck it.
The one dude like that played defense on our one forward that played defense that year, and he's injured the whole year. Great. And finally, like he gets in and we're killing penalties. It's like, I like this guy. And then he goes and wins cups in Florida. No.
The one thing, just the overall team play, obviously being second's great, but like the way they're winning games, they came back 3 times in this game. It's not great that they kind of have to come back, and I would like to not have to do that, but that shows kind of resiliency and a maturity. We've said this before, like these are the games they would have just punted and lost, the past couple of years, and just it feels different. They're finding different ways to win, and we did this during that 13-game winning streak. Just we won in random weird ways where we were scoring on 6-on-5s and we were OT merchants, and just the way things are working out, just could not be happier.
This game was impressive too, because you got to understand these waves are a real thing. Like when a team like Chicago's rolling like that, 1 or 2 blips doesn't get them off their high yet. You know what I mean? So they're just going to keep pound on it, and they did. And like they never felt like they were quote out of the game, even though that second period was like 90% Devils, right? Because they're still riding that wave. It takes a little while for them, a couple losses and a couple bad goals and stuff for them to start feeling like sometimes these games, they just come at you because this team is just firing. And then you come out on top, regardless of how. That's just huge. Even if at the end of the year, Chicago winds up being, 20 points or so below us or whatever, it could wind up being. It doesn't mean that this game wasn't actually a big measuring stick given their momentum coming in.
Oh,
Yeah, I
I
think
completely
the
agree.
funniest tweet I saw last night was that is TNT showed the Bedards beating, or the Chicago Bedards beat the New Jersey Bedards 4-3 last night.
They
Nuts.
Yeah, TNT, they were so bad. Jay Snow, we talked about that earlier in the show, just how terrible that broadcast was. And it's like we had like the D team on that game for TNT. And yeah, it was
Better than
so bad.
Buchagras.
It was so bad. Just the Connor Bedard dick sucking was enough. We get it.
It was very funny how they were fucking on their hands and knees for Bedard for 2 periods, and Jack is just skating circles around this motherfucker.
Yep.
And they're finally like, all right, like it was actually Colby Armstrong in between the benches. He was like, he kind of said something. He's like, this guy's fucking everywhere.
Yep.
Like he's awesome. And they were like, all right, yeah, we should probably talk about him. Then they threw up a Jack Hughes graphic, and then it was kind of like the Jack show from then on.
Jack was ridiculous last night. I mean, he's been ridiculous all year. Just
and he's he's only getting 2 assists here, an assist there. Like one of these days coming up, he's gonna have like a 6 or 7 point night or something preposterous like that. You could just feel it coming. Like the amount of shots and shot attempts and just play controlling that he has. It's been unbelievable.
Well, I mean, the way Tampa Bay's been playing, maybe it'll be Tuesday night when we go out there. I mean, holy crap, they looked so bad last night against the Rangers, and I could not believe that was the Lightning. I was watching that game, and I'm just like, they are slower than a crippled turtle in thick mud.
It even seemed dreadful. Like I don't remember that arena ever looking so dimly lit. And just like
that's a good
blah, like something about it was just weird.
It was very
they
sad.
were winning all the time. It just seemed like bright energy, incredible. That just looked dark as shit.
Yeah, I think Vasilevsky might be done, man. Like he gave up 3 goals on 2 shots. Like that's mathematically impossible.
He did it. I love what happened. John Cooper on the bench after I think it was Hagel that took a big hit. And he ended up going in the locker room, and then they scored the 3 goals or whatever, however it worked out. And they were talking to Cooper on the bench, and he said, well, right now we're doing a lot of thumb sucking in there. Like, you basically just called his team a bunch of fucking babies that need to wake up and, Hagel's not here. Let's play. We saw that with the Devils. How many times, right? Whenever something went bad, right? Oh, shit, Nico got hurt, and he's in the locker room, and then the team would just fall apart around him. That's Tampa. Every year we say Tampa's done. This might be the year they're done.
Yeah, it's the first year I didn't say they were done. So, yeah, of course.
Yeah, right. I think I had them winning the cup. So, yeah, I mean, they looked so bad. And when you look slow playing the Rangers, like, I'm watching that, and I'm just like.
I will say, I think the Rangers actually are a pretty good team. And they may be, their death may have been a little premature.
They are dead to rights.
They're the best road team statistically, right?
Fuck them.
They're like 8-1 on the road or whatever.
I mean, I agree with the fuck them part, but I think they may actually be a pretty good team.
8-1 on the road, 1-6 on at home, I think.
That's a fun little subplot, is that they don't win in that fucking shithole, most expensive arena on the planet.
I will not give the Rangers anything. I will not. I will tell you that I think, yes, they are a good hockey team when they're playing it the way that they played last night. When Alex Trocheck's back, they have a great goaltender. I'll give them that. They just, no, fuck them. They are not making the fucking playoffs. I am going to die on that hill until they do and prove me wrong. They're not making the fucking playoffs.
Was it that Dave Chappelle skit where he's working at like the copy store and he's like, because fuck them, that's why.
Exactly. Because fuck them. I will never give. I will try and give honest appraisal of what I think of the Rangers, but for the most part, it will always be biased into a bin of hatred that I have for them, and because of that, it's really hard for me to ever give them any props.
Jason, no, your grammar's killing me, man.
No, Rangers Devils round 1 ain't gonna happen because we're winning the Metro, friend, and I think the Rangers are not making the fucking playoffs. So
yeah, tell them. Look,
what
at
do you guys
like
Jay Snow? Are you like secretly a fucking Ranger fan? Like,
boy.
Is that what it is?
Right, bro. Uh-oh.
What?
No, he's not.
I don't know, man.
He's
I
a
don't know.
Rangers plant in one of
You
our
think
4
so?
listeners in the Uncle Puckers fucking universe.
And David's chiming in here. Yeah, he's right. Our speed will destroy them.
Yeah,
I'm not
defensively and
afraid of the
goaltending,
fucking
they've
Rangers.
been sturdy, and now the scoring kind of has opened up. I do think Trocheck unlocks stuff.
He called you the typing police.
Jason, no, I'm a grammar Nazi, not the typing police. Get it straight.
Grammar Nazi.
So just some of the fun Nemo stats: 16-3 shots when he was on the ice, 30-11 chances scoring, or sorry, 30-11 shot attempts, 16-4 scoring chances, 10-2 high danger scoring chances, 78% expected goals. Fucking unbelievable, this kid. I just
Lock him up, dude. 9x9. Let's go.
So who are they playing? There's Saturday. They're playing the Capitals.
Capitals Saturday, Tampa Bay on Tuesday, and then check the schedule now.
So it's interesting because I saw that they are coming home after DC to practice in Newark, and then going down to Florida, and then coming back to Philly, right?
Yes, exactly. So the Saturday at 7:00, we're at Washington. Tuesday at 7, we're in Tampa. Thursday at 7, we're in Sunrise to play the Cats. And then Saturday, a week from Saturday at 7:00, we're in Philadelphia. So yes, we're going to so I guess we're going to play Washington, then coming home, then flying out to Florida. Is that what you said, right?
So that's what they said. Hopefully we pick up a pretty little ginger in Newark and bring him with us to Florida. That would be lovely.
And a shirtless 6'4" defenseman. That'd be nice too. Hamilton and Brown should be back for these.
Fucking take my pants off.
So out of the next 4, which game do you guys want the most? Which the game you want to win the most? Not saying we're going to go 1-4 or anything. I'm just saying out of those 4, what's the team you want to beat the most?
Capitals.
I mean, it would probably have to be the Capitals, only because the Metropolitan Division, it's a 4-point game. So, I mean, as much as I love beating Tampa or Florida, and the Flyers are always fun to beat, I'd say Washington.
Yeah.
Where are the Capitals in these days? Where are the stats looking like? What are the standings
looking
like?
I said, because I want to knock them down. I said that they're going to fall back a little bit this year, and I want to make sure that we do our part to keep that going.
Right now, the Capitals are actually second to last. 16 games played. They're 8-7-1. They're sitting on 17 points. They are tied exactly with the Columbus Blue Jackets for last place. And then the Islanders have 18 points. The Flyers have 19 points. The Rangers 20. And then we go 21, 22, 25. Penguins.
Is the Metro the most competitive? Sorry, Bob. Sorry.
No, you're good, dude.
Bob, what'd you say?
What'd you say, Bob?
I said, yeah, this is just kind of like the poops on the ground, smush their face in it, and just keep them down kind of thing. I don't want them to get any momentum.
I want you to get down on the ground and lick that white dog poop. I'm not licking any white dog poop.
Yeah.
Is the Metro the best division right now?
I mean, you got 20 points, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 14. I don't know if there's going to be a tougher division than that. The spread between the Atlantic is 20-14 as well.
Yeah, that's the math I was doing.
Spread between the Central is 21-12 with the Blues. Hey, did you guys know there's a St. Louis Blues team? They have 12 points.
No, there's not.
And then the Pacific is 19 down to 10 because the fucking
Calgary. Jesus Christ, you suck. You
so
suck.
bad.
They are so pathetic. 4-12-2 for 10 fucking points. And I said that Nico was looked a little banged up, Jay.
Yeah, I do think there's something going on with him. You know, it's nagging. You can tell. It's just he's just not as crisp. He was a little bit better last night. There's just something going on with him.
I agree.
Because he's just not playing like himself. So yeah, so it's 8, 13, 13. God, Calgary's so fucking bad.
I know.
Vancouver's one of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams under 500.
So what do you guys think now? We got the four game left on this road trip, right? Washington, Florida, Tampa, Philly, not in that order. I screwed up to flip the Floridas. How do you think this works out next 4?
4 now.
I'm I'm always optimistic, and I always look for a reason not to go like 4-0, just statistics and all that bullshit. But no, I really see that they can go 4-0 on this.
Yeah, I don't see why not. They keep playing this way. I mean, that would be such a, and like you said, that would really, Tim, solidify that last road trip out west as the outlier. You could basically just throw that whole fucking West Coast trip away.
That's what I want to
point.
see. And like, the last couple games, talking about the trend line, like the process has gotten better and better and better. And actually, good thing they actually have that on Money Puck is a trend line. So let's see how that looks. Give me a second.
Yeah, sure.
Keep talking. Yeah.
While he's doing that, what's the
Yeah,
site
it looks like this.
Those little $5. I gotta get on that shit now because your hit was fucking amazing. You deserve more credit than the 30 seconds you guys spent on it in the last show.
Yeah, we didn't really. So yeah,
it was
not hitting at all.
$5.
It was logical why you picked who you picked too. Like you said, like who wouldn't you pick from the Islanders? Paul Merrick, because he's an ex-Devil. They bury us all the time. So that's one of yours, and then the other two, just gutsy call.
It's like, see, Bob. See, here's this, Bob. This is the problem with parlays. Is like that makes total sense. Why is this? This is like free money, right. And then $1,000 later, and you're sucking dick out behind Wawa for fucking a couple of bucks to put on a parlay. Like I'm gonna hit the next time.
Exactly.
So
exactly. That's why, like, I'll never bet more than like a $5 bet on something.
Yeah, in the
like
same
that.
way.
Like it's a few dollars, and usually, I'll get one if I do like a 3 goal scorer parlay. I'm lucky most of the time if I get one to hit. But the fact that all 3 hit that night, it was just lucky.
Think of it this way, right? You never bought season tickets. So instead of spending all that money per game, you spend $5 per game to watch your lovely Devils and possibly win money. I don't know about you guys, but I never went to the Rock and they put money in my pocket. Like never, no matter what I do.
That is true.
They take a lot of my money. So yeah, I'm gonna start maybe doing this $5 a game shit. Just play with it.
It's fun. And I do it. I'm not like a fucking scumbag like Chris and betting against the Devils. I always pick 3 because I go for like outrageous odds, like 3 guys that like you would never think would fucking score.
Right.
And I've also been adding Luke Hughes in every single one of those. This motherfucker's gonna bankrupt me this year.
Yeah.
So Jay's asking when the last game we won in regulation was. I was actually Saturday, November 1st against the Los Angeles Kings.
Four consecutive games, right?
Yeah, so 4-1. Then we lost to the Ducks 4-1, and then we beat the Canadians in overtime 4-3, and then we beat the Penguins in overtime 2-1, and then we lost to the Islanders in overtime 3-2, and beat the Blackhawks in overtime 4-3. So I'm going to say we can go 4-0, and all of them will be regulation wins. We're not going to give any fucking points to any one of these 4 douchey teams that we're playing in this road trip. 4 wins, all in regulation, and Jack Hughes will have multi-goal games in 2 of the 4.
All right, I dig it.
So go bet that.
Go bet that.
And Bob,
I wonder what the odds on a Nemec hat trick last night would have been.
Jesus,
that's a great question.
I don't think you can. I don't know if you can retroactively look at what.
But I might be able to see what it would be for him in the next game.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean,
so
it's
would that
probably
be even more rare because the chances of doing it 2 days in a row would be even more rare than getting it in the first place?
I would think so.
Yeah,
it's kind of like you hit for the cycle, right? And it's like so impressive because statistically it's so hard. Well, hitting 4 triples is harder than that, or 4 homers is harder than that.
Yeah,
but yet it's the anomaly that makes
as
it
a defenseman, hasn't been done since 1984 in the Devils.
I can't get past Friday's games, so we're gonna have to check that again tomorrow. I'll check it. We'll check that later. Yeah,
maybe that will be my next bet: is Luke Hughes hat trick on Saturday.
Well, I'll tell you, if anybody had a little fire burning in his ass off of Nemo's hat trick yesterday, it was definitely Luke. All
right, so my new thing now is with Luke making some of his mistakes. Is I think a low key thing you can do is something I suggested was put Nemec on power play 1, take Luke off of that, say Luke, focus on not making stupid plays. Play the rest of your game the way you have been, but focus on not fucking these blind backhand spinning passes to no one.
They're never to no one. They're always to the opposition.
And there's also
I'd
logic.
be fine if it was to no one.
Well, also like the one he did yesterday. So the two goals that I will fault him for. Well, not really fault him, but like
Oh, I will.
the spline spinning backhand pass. I don't know. The wing who was there didn't really make much of an effort for it. And then the goal against the Lafferty dog walked him.
That was totally
Colton
different.
White, like I don't know what the fuck he's doing. He dumped it in and went to chase it. Like it's like, where are you going, man? And then the Blackhawks were coming back up, and the Devils just decided to change. And Luke was like out there by himself. It's like, what's happening here? So it's just all kinds of dumb all around.
Yeah, it was a big miscue. Look, it wasn't a great first period yesterday, no matter how you cut it. I mean, they didn't
Yeah.
play great. They didn't come out of the gate playing great. And then they remembered who the hell they were in the first intermission, and they just laid the fucking smack down after that. Yeah, the Luke will be fine. He'll be
Yeah,
fine.
I'm not worried. I'm not worried about him. He look,
And-
he's a young offensive defenseman. He's got to clean up some of his dumbass mistakes.
Right.
We all
And
know
here's-
two things can be true at the same time. He's doing really good things for the most of the part,
Sure.
and he's doing dumb shit sometimes.
But I
Stop
also
that
think, like, with Devil fans in general, there doesn't have to be an either or with Nemec and Hughes. They are both on our team. Like, they can both do really awesome things.
Right.
They can both be these great players and develop on their own track, but still contribute to this team in the ways that they do. We don't have to go after every time that Nemec has a good game and compare it to what Luke did. And Luke, we never did that with, any other defenseman or any other players. Like, it doesn't have to be one or the other. They are both Devils.
The odd man out when our defense is all said and done and healthy will be on display. It will work itself out,
Right.
And if Nemec is still playing the way he's playing now, you're in. Like, we'll find something else.
The thing about Shimon Nemec that I love more than anything else about his game, and there's certain
accent.
dudes. What's that?
His accent?
No, his accent's fine.
Cup
There are
size.
certain guys in sport, in any sport, that just are born with a clutch gene, and they have it. And I think that Simon Nemec absolutely has it. I mean, you go to the playoff series, right, against Carolina. The only game we won was his overtime winner. The Islander game, scores that late one, right? Scores the 2-game tying and 1-game winning goal last night in itself. And then I think there was another game too, right? That he had a big goal late to tie it or give
Last
us a
year or
lead.
this
No,
year?
this year. There was another one. There was like 3 or 4 times that I remember that he was absolutely clutch.
He's only
Yeah.
got 4 goals. No.
Palat
Yeah.
definitely used to have a clutch gene.
And it's
Jason,
still on the
but,
beach in Florida.
Yeah, I think somebody did some
Um,
DNA swapping with Mr. Palat.
Yeah, and Bob, to your point, like we don't need to. Yeah, well, first, Chris, yes, not everything needs to be a Luke versus Simon referendum. We have both of them on our team. I get annoyed by that type of shit. It's like, who is better, Celebrini or Bedard? It's like they're both kind of awesome.
Celebrini. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Celebrini.
All right, yeah, you're probably right, but
I just like him better.
not everything needs to be a referendum on who's better. I get that's what we do as sports commentators is we make lists and we argue about who's better. But both of these guys are on our team. Are we sports commentators? I don't know.
Well, we're just bad podcasters, but
bunch of
I'll take
dorks.
sports commentator too.
Yeah, nerds. And Bob, to your point, it will work itself out.
Yeah,
They
absolutely.
may ease Kovacevic back in. They may give Pesci some breaks so he doesn't break. There's a lot that could happen. It's a long season, so
Or
we'll get there.
Siegenthaler and Hamilton might be playing for different teams by the time the playoffs start.
You
never
leave
know.
Jonas. You leave Jonas out of this.
Quinn is better than Jonas. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Well, we can leave my hot take on that for later.
Just talking shit. All right. Anything else you guys want to talk about tonight?
Yeah, one last thing. Just wanted to say R.I.P. to Larry Brooks.
That's right. Thanks for that.
Long time post reporter. I didn't realize he was the VP of communications for the Devils when
10 years.
for 10 years. Yeah, and there's a funny story that I think Ryan Nowozinski posted. I guess he was the VP of communications when Schoenfeld threw the bench and called cars, or no, when
Robbie
Schoenfeld.
Pereira.
No, not when Fedoruk threw the bench. When Schoenfeld called Koharski a fat fuck and
Yeah,
eat another donut. So he said that there's a funny story about that. But it's look, fuck Larry Brooks for his Rangers coverage, but he was an institution in the New York metropolitan area.
And one of the last true great sport beat writers. They don't exist anymore. The guys that would travel with the team with their little notepad and they knew all the players and they had all the insight. And that was Larry Brooks, man. He was one of those last dudes that guys just don't do that anymore. And he'll
so
be
I just
missed.
wanted to mention that. It's too bad.
Yeah.
All right.
Cancer.
Well, yeah, cancer fucking blows. Hockey fights cancer though, so that's good. Somebody has to fight it.
Somebody has to fight it. Good thing hockey does.
Our kids got all their purple socks and laces and tape. We all bought, Hockey Fights Cancer packages. So they all warm up together wearing their purple stuff, man. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
That is cool. But you're like, do I have to spend $1,000 on this too?
Yeah, I get.
What would you say this does for cancer?
Cancer, right? It pulls a little hard. Like, I'm pretty sure I got scammed the other day, and I fully admit this because it was one of those situations where there was somebody like at my local, giant like ShopRite type of deal, and they were, playing the violin and all, just playing beautiful music. And there's been a lot of stuff going around, people that are doing that, and it's basically a scam. Like, they're not even playing their music; it's getting piped in and all this stuff. But she had a placard there, and she had a poster written about her mom. Have cancer and this and that. And I'm like, I got a 5 in my hand. I'm like, there's a really good chance I'm getting ripped off right here. I'm like, I got to do it. Cause there's also,
you take that
humanity that it really is happening, so I don't know, but
you're a good person, Bob. I would have kicked her in the face.
Right. I would have stolen her fucking violin. I'd be like, how much can I hawk this shit for, bitch?
A lot of money.
This is worth $5. I'll buy it.
Right?
Go suck some dick behind Wawa.
It was the cancer card. I'm like, if you're lying,
strings for you to fiddle, bitch.
So
one of us is going to hell. And it's not going to be me and my $5.
Right.
I'll be the first in line.
You're a good man, Bob.
Yeah, you did the right thing, Bobby.
Yes,
I don't think you were being scammed. I don't think that she was.
No, you absolutely got scammed. But
when fucking like giant superfood store, the fucking trying to scam people with the violin. I think it's real.
And then there's karma. No, I'm just saying.
You got scammed. It's $5, right?
You always try to nudge.
She's out of your life for $5.
You always try to nudge your karma in the right direction.
Absolutely. That's all we can do. All right. We're going to wrap this thing up, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us once again tonight. We got a couple of days off, which blow, but we do have a fun game coming up on Saturday, and we'll be back maybe even after the game on Saturday night. We'll see how everybody.
It's an afternoon game or a night game?
7. So if you guys want to do a 9:30, 10 o'clock little post game, so that could be fun.
I'm on recap detail for all about the jersey because I'm a big loser and have no life.
That's all right. You do have a life now, though.
7 a.m. face off on Sunday, 30 minutes away. So that'd be hard.
Get hammered and power through.
What are you talking about? Hard no. You'd be in bed by fucking 11:30. What time would you be going to bed?
What the? Are you kidding me? You get up at like 5 for that shit. No way.
How many hours of sleep do you need?
Get out of here. More than 5.
Really?
Dude. You're gonna watch the game.
You gotta wrestle equipment onto a kid. Throw him into the car with gear on.
It's not a tournament weekend.
5 hours.
You guys are crazy.
Does Kay get himself dressed, or do you have to?
No, he gets himself dressed to just do the skates.
You don't
do
do
it. Do you do it at home and throw him in the back?
No, we did that when he was like learn to play and shit. No, he gets dressed fully in the locker room.
Bob, you don't do meth, right?
I don't do meth.
Yeah, crystal meth. You don't smoke crystal meth, right?
No, I do not.
You could definitely have less than 5 hours sleep if you start. Is all I'm trying to say.
I got you. Okay. In case the podcast is my number one priority, and I want to stay up late, I could get crystal meth. All right, lessons for
you go. And Jay's
there are other ways somewhere in between that. Yeah, there are other ways between that and crystal meth. Just kind of a whole range of other options, Chris.
Yeah, cocaine. I mean, I guess you don't have to jump right into crystal meth. You could start with coke.
Wait a minute.
It's a gateway drug.
It's a 6:15 arrival, a half hour away. That means we got to leave at 5:45. Yeah, I got to be up in the 4s. Don't give me no shit. I got to be up in the 4s. I don't want to hear about it.
Bobby don't want to hear
about
it.
Youth hockey, isn't it a dream?
Right.
Fuck off.
We're just kidding. All right. Oh, Jay Snow had another one. Adderall
Yeah,
works fine. I think that might work for you.
Or Bob Coffee is okay too, as
No
is
thanks.
yeah.
Nah,
If
Fucking
you
maniacs.
mix
Oh,
it
you
with
drug
fucking
addicts.
crushed up
Jesus, what's wrong
Adderall,
with you?
yeah.
Yeah, you just
man.
ripping
they hear me.
lines of that
They
shit.
hear me talk 1 minute about gambling. Now we're going to do crystal meth,
We're-
Adderall.
Look
Bobby's
at the
gonna be
path. Look at
fucking
the path we
sucking
sent
dick
Bobby
in a
on.
back
I didn't say
alleyway.
I'm moving to Vegas.
Right. Bobby's gonna be like toothless, holding a
Yeah.
violin in front of a giant store with piped in fucking music.
I gave my last $5 to someone who did the same bullshit.
Right.
Bobby's calling in from a Motorola Razor in Provo. No
Hey,
pants.
burner phone.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna wrap it up, guys. Thanks so much.
Right.
Hit the like, the subscribe, the alert bell on the YouTube channel if you're listening to us in a podcast form. A 5-star review, positive comment does indeed truly help the little podcast that could, which is us, the Uncle Puckers. Tim, Bob, I'm Chris. We'll see you when we see you.
Eat a dick valley.
It's over, Johnny. It's over!
God damn, that was.